Hey guys, so Don Purdom here. We're talking about how to make the internet work for your business, right? And yesterday I introduced the concept or the idea of making the internet work holistically for you. Today I want to get into some practical things. I'm going to put up a chart for you right here. This is a graph that is in a circle. And think of it like a bicycle wheel with spokes, right? In the middle of your universe is your website. And on your website, you might have also hosted a blog and a podcast. Now, all of this is tremendous content that you created that targets one person with one problem and fulfills one need, want, or desire. And then it obviously offers the solutions. You want to learn to talk real specifically to people. It's like I had a teacher once tell me, if you create content, Don, and you give up and you give a speech, 100% of the room are going to walk out and pat you on the back if it's nice and broad. However, if that content is so well delivered that it speaks to that one person, you now will have 20% of the people coming up to you asking you the classic, oh my God, how did you know? How did you know that's what I was experiencing? How did you know that's what I was thinking? How did you know that's what my dreams were? Whatever. While the other 80% go and they pat you on the back like the original 100% did. Now here's the thing. We are targeting that 20% ultimately with specific content. Once that content is created and it's on your website in whatever format, a landing page, it could be a blog article, it could be a podcast, it could even be videos, right? How are we now getting people to see that content? That's where this wheel is really handy. I'm only going to focus on the low-hanging fruit for you today, and tomorrow I will go into some of the other things that are on this list. But one is if you do offline networking, you obviously are going to be giving out your business cards. You may have articles that, based on a conversation you had with someone, are great precursors to go check out this article. Here's the link. Email it to them. Tell them up front, hey, I'm going to email you, and then do it. And that's one way to drive some traffic into your website. If you happen to be a speaker at all, make sure to always reference specific articles in your presentation and give them a means on a PowerPoint or something so that they can see what that URL is, and tell them I'll email this to you after the presentation if you come up and give me your business card. That's one way to drive some traffic. Again, we're on the outside of your website, right? The next thing you can do is make sure that your website is optimized for the search engines. Are you using the right key phrases? Are you including the right influencers in your content based on your research that gives them a reason to come into your site, share it out to their audience? And that leads me to the next one, is social media. Very low-hanging fruit here, folks. If you've got 20% of those people that you're trying to get to come to your website, if you've got only 100 people, then you should only expect about 10 to 20 people to come to your website. And that's assuming that you've really positioned yourself as specific enough that people say, wow, that's exactly what I need. Okay, so those are some simple ideas today. Tomorrow I'm going to go into some more detail about how to use these other tools. It could be interviews, it could be RSS feeds, webinars, all these other things. Speaking of that, we got a webinar coming up on September 11th, and you're not going to want to miss this webinar, folks. It's called How to Increase Within 90 Days Traffic to Your Website. It's exactly what we're talking about right now. I'm going to go into a lot more depth. So you're going to want to go onto the website at getdsm.com, find that webinar, and register today. All right, folks, tomorrow I'm going to go into some more detail on all these other ways to drive traffic back into the center, and then we'll have the blog article with it as we do every Thursday.